Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another video for the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. We're going to be going into some new preview photos and pictures that have been released for the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3, of course. Also a few new minor clips that have also been released and a few new clips that I wanted to go over. So, we got a few days left, of course. Sunday morning we'll be reviewing the first episode of the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. Very curious to see what they got for us. Very curious to see, how this season is going to start. But we do have some final preview photos that they have been releasing, so we'll go over those first. We're going to go through those images, and then we'll come back and talk about it afterwards. Alright, so we got some new images for Daryl Dixon Season 3 here. Starting things off with the man himself. Here he is. I believe he is in Spain here, I would assume, based off the background that this isn't London. Here he is here getting into a vehicle, probably getting ready to, help out with the new crew, I would assume. Here he is here. Some bullets on him. That's sick. Again, very Westernish, so that's pretty cool right there as well. Probably getting ready to fight, I would assume. We got him doing some work here with some of the civilians of this town. I don't know the name of this town specifically, but I do know that whatever it is, they said it in the trailer. I couldn't make out what the hell the guy was saying. So that's what's going on there. There's another image here. Actually, you know what I think this is? I think that's when they're making the boat. Yeah, like they're making room for the boat, and then they're going to fix up the boat and try to get Daryl and Carol out of there and stuff. That's one of the things about this show that's always so frustrating to watch is like every season they're trying to get back home. I'm like, my God, can they just get home then? Here is Daryl with the gun. This looks like a season shot like later on, like maybe later in the season, something like that. Here's a guy here. That's the guy from the couple that they keep showing in some of the teasers. The guy's name is escaping me, but the actor talked about it before. Apparently, he's like a big fan of Walking Dead from what I've heard, so that's cool. It's always cool to see, like, actors that are a big fan of something, and then it's like, they get to be on the show and stuff. That's really cool. Apparently, he grew up on it or something, or grew up with it, you know what I mean? Which, hey, I can say the same thing. Here is Daryl in his overalls. Suspenders, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool, kind of walking through the town and stuff. This almost looks like a shot from like the first or second episode when they first get there, and he's kind of looking at, the place, and he's like, what the hell? There he is here. You get some animals there. I don't know what he's doing there necessarily, but there you go. This is when they first arrived. This is from the first episode. Yeah, this is when he's like, yeah, welcome to blah, 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 whatever the hell it is. But anyway, you got that, and that's the other girl right there. That's the girl from the couple. The other guy is the boyfriend. This is the girlfriend. I presume that they find them, bring them in, and give them the download on what's going on with this place. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we'll get all of that in the first episode necessarily, but that's kind of the vibe I got going on with this. Here they are here. There's Carol's boyfriend in the background there. I'm really not interested in that storyline just because, I don't know, you killed Isabel off, man, and now you're going to shove this in our face? Like, it just... especially because Carol went on the show, and then as soon as Carol found Daryl, they killed Isabel off, but now Carol's going to have a relationship, and Daryl's going to be on his own. Get the fuck out of here. All right, now we got Daryl here with his gun firing here. That's pretty interesting there. I'm curious to see what this is. I'm assuming he's fighting someone from the King of Spain. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the King of Spain. Maybe the King of Spain himself. I mean, that could be it as well. Here's Daryl here. This is a shot I've been seeing a lot. This is a really interesting shot. It's like late at night and stuff. It looks very interesting. There we got Daryl here, kind of just, sitting around, basically kind of just talking with some people. You got Daryl here laying down, looking up at the stars. Interesting. Here we got these two kind of working together, him and Carol. I like Carol's new design. That's pretty cool. And then we got Daryl kind of standing here. This is in the first episode after they wash ashore. And you have... them kind of probably realizing that Julian's dead. Because, it's the most obvious thing. Julian's going to die in that crash. And we got even more here. We got Daryl in London right here. We got, like, the telephone booth in the back. We've got another shot of him walking there. Pretty interesting. We got another shot of him walking here. These are very similar shots, so we'll kind of just go through these quickly. Here is Daryl here again, kind of walking through in London. This is all the first episode, these few shots here. This is them seeing probably some walkers, I'm assuming, or something as they first arrive. I really hope they don't, like, go through London too quickly. I kind of hope we spend a decent amount of the episode here because I kind of want to see a little bit of the location, you know what I'm saying? But something tells me they're going to cheap out because this wasn't really filmed in London. This was filmed in Spain. They disguised it, though, to make it look like it was in London. So, very interesting. There they are walking through, looking at the side and stuff, kind of looking through the buildings. Very interesting, kind of just walking their way through. And they're walking up like the stairs. That is a nice shot. I like that. Very Last of Us type. And then there they are there after they crash. And there is a shot of Daryl standing there. Very interesting. So those are all the shots that we have for the Daryl Dixon first episode. And, well, few episodes, I'm assuming. Probably the whole season, honestly. But yeah, those are the preview photos. Very, very cool. All right, so that is The Walking Dead pictures for Daryl Dixon Season 3. Looks really good. Good photos of Spain, good photos of our characters, you know what I'm saying? Good, you know, scenery shots, of course, and all that stuff. Now, there was also a minor little piece of footage that came out. It was like this little teaser, basically, like the 7 days left teaser, basically.
I was ready to give up. Thought it was all over.
I feel excited about what comes next.
Follow me.
You had a clip of Carolyn and she was like, I feel excited. I was like, what the hell? What? What? You know, I don't know what crack she's on there, but she's like, I feel excited. You know, I'm like, holy shit, okay.
We're just making fun of this. Yes, I guess.
Anyway, that was cringy scene. I can't lie. I'm curious to see what that's going to be like on the show, but
Fuck no.
yeah, she feels excited apparently. And, yeah, you know, you got them traveling along and stuff, and a few new clips like Daryl knocking some guy over, stuff like that, a few new action scenes. You know, I mean, that's the big thing that they're selling with us this season is, like, you know, Daryl being a badass, which, I mean, you don't got to sell me on that. I've been watching Daryl be a badass, you know, for over 10 years, you know, so, yeah, you know, I know the drill at this point, but, yeah, you know, again, footage looks good, locations look good, scenery looks good, I'm just, again, like, my thing is with these spinoffs is the overall point, you know what I'm saying? That's my overall thing with it, is like, what are we gonna get out of this, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't see a massive purpose in this show. I don't. But again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what ends up happening in terms of the Spain storyline, in terms of these new characters, in terms of kind of what they end up doing. Will this show end with Daryl in Spain, right? Will he even go back home? Or will Daryl just end up being the new king of Spain at the end of this show, and that's kind of how this whole thing ends up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know? Does he meet up with Maggie and Negan, you know? Because Maggie and Negan are evidently going to be going overseas. So, you know, will that be the end result of the Daryl show? I don't know. We'll have to see. All I do know is that I think it definitely should be the reunion with Rick, but at the same time, I don't know if they're going to do that 100%. So,
there's no way someone's that fucking stupid. Let's induct you.
We'll end up seeing, but that is my thoughts right there on The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Of course, you know, Season 3, the updated screenshots and all that fun stuff. I am looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's good. I am very excited to, you know, kind of see just how the show ends more so, but I'm also curious to see Season 3. My hype for this show is going into the ending of the show, just to kind of see what they pull, you know. But Season 3 is decently interesting as well to me, so I'm curious to see what they got for us here. You know, obviously, I hope that the new characters that they introduce in this season do last. That's what I do hope. I hope that these new characters do end up lasting. I hope they're around. I hope they don't kill them off, you know, abruptly, even though they probably will. But, you know, one can hope, right? So that's kind of, you know, where I'm at with that stuff as well. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. A few more days left. We got Friday tomorrow, so I'll do another Daryl Dixon video tomorrow, probably. And then we'll do the Let's Chit Chat video on Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll be doing the review and predictions for, you know, episode 2. And all that fun stuff. So, let me know your thoughts, post your comments, and if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of the Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys. city of concrete. His reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.